ADC3 family and all those that may be joining a life group that don't attend our church, man, we're just so glad you gathered wherever you're at in your groups, whatever your group may be. And I would just want to talk to you quickly in your discussion about trust. You know, I trust that you're having a good time in your group and you are getting to know people. And at some points in our lives, you know, we make a decision to trust people. And small groups, life groups are all about trusting people, growing in a relationship so you can grow with Christ. And to put faith, hope, and love in someone in hopes that if I, form a relationship with them, if I become their friend, even our parents, people that lead us, employers that employ us, even our spouse that we choose to do life with, our hope is that as we trust them, our lives will become better. And today what I want to talk to you about is that is hardwired in every human being. And I believe that that is something we are after with a vengeance in DC3. We love for you to come on the weekend services, but listen, here's the deal. Circles are better than rows because trust is formed, relationships are formed, you grow together in small groups, in circles. And so with that being said, guys, while it is true that we want to trust, the problem is human beings, right? You are one. Turn to somebody and say, you human, baby, and you are messed up, right? The problem is we all have our trust broken. And the truth of the matter is we break people's trust. And then what it turns in us is a cynical mistrust. And that heart of wanting to trust, wanting to love, wanting to be connected oftentimes shrinks. And so I thank you for taking that risk, joining your group, joining your team, that you're learning to trust people and to grow with them. But here's the deal, guys. I remember this clip from the movie Braveheart, if you've ever seen that old movie, where William Wallace, who's trying to free Scotland, right? Trying to go to a place of freedom. And he is at war and trying to unite these people against the English tyranny. And he's fighting this battle, man. And they're this gruesome, and people are losing their lives, but they're winning. The English retreat. He goes after this sort of commanders, and one of the knights turns and knocks him off his horse. He pretends to be hurt or dead. The knight comes down to finish him off, and he takes him and reverses him, gets him in a headlock, pulls out his knife, and he's ready to take his life. He pulls his helmet off, only to find it is a nobleman from Scotland who has betrayed him to the English army. And you can see Mel Gibson in his direction does such a great job of displaying what we all feel when our trust is broken. We're like, we're done. We don't want to be a part of the battle anymore. And my prayer for you today is that you learn to trust in the one who will never break your trust. You see, Jesus will never let us down. And that's what this whole series is about in God we trust. Check out this verse from Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Then in Hebrews, fast forward all the way to the New Testament, in chapter 13, it says, verse 1, keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters. Turn to somebody right now and say, love you, bro. Love you, sis. He goes on to say, do not forget to show hospitality to strangers. You're doing that right now. For by doing so, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. You might have an angel in your room right now. But then he goes on in verse 5 to say this, keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have, because God has said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. In other words, here's the deal. Who are you trusting in? Who are you trusting in? And in America today, it's very easy to trust in wealth or money or things that money brings, reputation, degrees, cars, houses, friends, power. You see, to follow someone is to trust them, is to put your hope in them that they're going to take you to a better place. Paul said to Timothy in Timothy chapter 6, command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, which richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. Now here's what I want to leave you with today, guys. Love and devotion are synonymous with trust. And in God's Word, He wants to take us to a place of fulfillment, a place of contentment that is steady, that is stable, that is steadfast. But the deal is, if you put your hope and trust in anything else, this is not about money and finances per se. That's just one of the things we're going to cover in this study. Then you're putting your hope in something that is unstable. It's unstable. And Jesus is not unstable. If we're devoted followers of Jesus, then we must open our minds. I want you to think about what you think about trusting in God. We must open our minds to trust what Jesus wants to teach us about how we think about everything in life. And my prayer is that you will begin to think about what you think, and you will do it with your amazing group of brothers and sisters right now as you continue having this amazing discussion. Love you guys. God bless.